let's get into it. Hey everyone, my name is Paris and welcome to my channel. I am new to YouTube. I am a first timer. This is so exciting for me. I'm so excited to start up my channel. So today I washed, installed, and styled my wig, and this video is going to show you guys how I got this look. Let's get into it, okay? Scalp is given. So just for a brief introduction, this hair is from Beyani hair collection. I found their page on Instagram not too long ago and I fell in love. This install is 18-20-22 in a 16-inch frontal, and this frontal is HD. Now let me tell y'all something. HD is like, I would never go to transparent again. It literally gives scalp. The lace is very, very thin, so it blends into your scalp very well. I like it a lot better than transparent because sometimes you can see the lace, especially when the install gets a little older and you have it in for a while and the lace will start to lift. With this, you literally cannot tell where the lace starts, and that's what I like about HD the most, and that's why I'm going to keep getting HD whenever I get an install. So I'm gonna show you guys what I did from scratch. I literally came home from a long day of travel and my hair was just, it needed to be washed, it needed to be conditioned. So I went ahead and washed my hair, deep conditioned it, and I went for a whole install look. So I'm gonna show you guys how I achieved it. I also threw a little calm face in there so y'all can see how I do like my everyday kind of makeup. So I hope y'all enjoy. All right, hello you guys. So my hair is washed and cornrowed, and before I actually start with the install, I'm gonna actually do a little something to my face. So I'm gonna start off with my brows. This is my Anastasia brow pomade, and I'm so mad because my brow pencil ran out, so this is my alternative. But I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. I usually get it from either Sephora or Ulta Beauty. It's in the Anastasia section. And it works really well. It's a good alternative to the Brow Wiz pencil because that's my go-to, my norm. So what I do is I typically start with the outline of my eyebrow. And before I get into this, I should really just show you what the pencil looks like since I started talking about it. So this is the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. This is what it looks like. I usually get it from Ulta Beauty and it works really well. But like I said, the pomade is going to be my alternative since I used it all during this daggone quarantine. So let's get right into it. So like I was saying, what I start doing is I outline the shape of my brow, and y'all know it has been a pandemic, so I have not gotten my eyebrows waxed. So the shape is not perfect, but I'm going to fix it with some concealer a little later on. So I go through and I'm outlining, just basically starting towards a little bit above the middle. I don't like to start at the front because I like to work my way there. I really like a faded out look. So I'm going to start like at the top, a little inward towards the end. And my goal when I do this is to make it look gradually dark. So I'm going to definitely go over the end parts more than I do the front. Because I want my end parts to look darker. Now, I never go in too hard on the inner parts because that's just a very harsh look. So that's why I start with the outside because it's easier to line, in my opinion. All right, so I'm going to begin outlining for the front part closest to the bridge of my nose. So I start with the bottom because I don't like it harsh right there. So my goal is starting from the bottom and then kind of blending it up with the brush part of the pencil. So if you see, besides my dance moves, I take the brush and I'm just kind of brushing upward. So I give it that blended, faded out look. And I'm just going to continue to repeat these steps and shape to my liking until I resume to the other side. Alright, so my brows look pretty even, so now it's time to conceal. So I'm going to take my concealer brush and outline my brows with the concealer to perfection for a very finished look. Then I just wipe away the excess with a makeup wipe, and I'm going to take my concealer brush and blend the top. And once I do that, I am left with my bomb brows. So now it is eyeliner time. This is the Revlon Color Stay Skinny kind. You can get it from any convenience store. And as far as doing winged eyeliner, it really just takes practice. I've gained a very steady hand over the years where I don't have to use any methods like the credit card method. It just comes with practice. But I really love doing eyeliner because it really just makes my eyes pop. And I'm looking kind of good right now, so I'm getting excited, but we gotta finish it off, right? So I have foundation. It's waterproof actually, that I'm going to use for a full coverage look. I'm going to apply this all over my face. That includes under my chin, above my head, and even kind of touching that wig cap. So when I go to install my wig, it's going to blend nicely and look like my scalp. That is the point here. We want to look very finished, very complete, very whole. So I'm going to use the same concealer that I use for my eyebrows, and I'm going to place them under my eyes just to lighten it up right there. Some people have bags. I was blessed, but I still like to look a little light in those areas. In addition, the bridge of my nose gets a little of the concealer as well. Then we're going to contour. I love doing this because it really just gives your face definition. I love the definition, just gives you that sharp kind of look. So right now I'm just blending everything in. I'm going to use a blender brush, whatever that's called. Was it a blender? To blend everything in. And then I'm going to use my fingers for the bridge of my nose. Now I'm just going to take my big brush and just kind of blend everything together for a finished look. Oh, hold up, y'all. It's my jam. But yeah, y'all, this is just blending because you may just have a bunch of different shades on your face and you want it to look like one. And now I'm just going to add some highlight for when that good light hits, because honey, that is a slay. And once all this is done and you add your setting spray, you are good to go. And now we are moving on to our nice, lovely wig install. So my favorite thing about this frontal wig install is that it's not as hard as everybody thinks. So this wig was already made and installed, so the lace is already pre-cut and customized. So it's going to be easier for me to install it myself. So for this method, I don't use any glue. So this will be a glueless method. I found something that really works for me, and I would love to share it with you guys. So at this point, I'm really just laying my hair where I want it. I'm positioning the lace from ear to ear, making sure that part falls at the right place where I will eventually lay it down. As you can see, the HD is already laying very nicely, but we are going to melt this even more to make it look even more natural. I'm going to begin to brush all of my hair that is in the front to the back. And this is so that the hair doesn't get in the way when I start to lay the lace, because you don't want to end up laying your actual bundles on your face. Especially when your edges are already kind of pre-cut. So I'm going to pin in the back so that I can really just work directly with the lace with no interference from my bundles. Once you know exactly where you want to lay your lace, which should be essentially right above your hairline, you are then going to lift the lace and use your Got To Be Freeze spray and spray directly all over the hairline. Take your time. Don't do this all in one. Just kind of work your way down from ear to ear. So now I'm going to take my blow dryer and I'm going to dry the got to be. Now when you're applying this, you don't want to put too much because if you do, it's going to dry white. So maybe do 1 to 2 coats and you should be good. I usually do this for a couple of minutes and I do the touch test. So after I've done this for a few minutes, I take my finger and I touch where I've dried to see if it's sticky. If it's not sticky yet, I'm going to continue to dry it until it starts to feel sticky. You may want to add a little more if it's not getting sticky after a couple minutes because you may not have applied enough. Now if you see, now that it's starting to dry, it's starting to have a little stick on one side and I'm trying to get the other side like that since I just added a little more. Now that it's sticky, I'm going to now position my lace in the way I want it and I'm going to lay it down. Now you don't have to do much. It should automatically stick to your face where you sprayed the freeze spray. But what I'm going to do after I position it in the right position, I'm going to take my rat tail comb and I'm going to begin to just push down gently the baby hairs and the lace. I'm going to brush them down very gently initially. I'm not doing the finished touches right yet, but I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, before you actually lay the baby hairs, you want to just make sure that, first of all, the lace is intact so it doesn't lift up while you're trying to lay it. And also that you are brushing the baby hairs in the direction that you want to lay them. This is going to make the process 1,000 times easier. You want to separate the baby hairs from the rest of your hair so you don't get it caught up as well. Now it's time to lay them, so I'm going to start brushing some of the hair backwards and some of the hair forward. I like a look of kind of different directions. This is just really a finishing process. This is going to make it look professional. It's going to make it look really nice. So I take the freeze spray, the same stuff that I use to lay my lace, and I have it on the comb. So I'm just brushing it down, using my fingers to shape the hairs in the direction that I want them to go. I repeat these steps across my head. I'm going to do my little sideburns, make it look a little swivel right there. I really love when it just looks like baby hairs. Like I love it. Every time I do an install, I usually do baby hairs. I feel like they're essential, but I've also seen some really good installs without baby hairs, and it's also very natural looking. Now, once the freeze spray is all dry, you are going to take some sort of scarf or covering and you are going to wrap it around your edges while you style your hair. This helps to keep the lace in place and it will lay and melt your lace even more. And now I'm about to start wand curling my hair. So enjoy this long kind of draining process. I use a glove to protect my hands from heat because I've had a lot of accidents, y'all, and it's not fun nor pretty. So now it's just the styling of my hair. And once you remove whatever tie you put on your hair, then voila, voila, your lace is going to be melted very nicely. So now that my hair looks the way I want it, I'm just going to brush back my front part. It's already layered, so I really like a front bang, especially since I have a side part. So I'm just going to kind of play around with how I want this to be styled. I like my hair laying flat at the top. I don't like bumps. Sometimes I'll tuck a little bit behind my ear. I just like flatness in some areas, and some can have a little more volume. That's where the bang comes in. We are going to add a little shine for a finished look. And you guys, it is done. This brings us to the end of our video. I love the way my hair is looking. It looks very professional. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on my next one. Bye-bye.